Welcome to another lunch menu. It's our Sunday watch list of stocks that we're going to eat off this week. Listen, not only am I going to give you three stocks that you can make big money off of in this video, but I'm also going to give you the exact levels in which you need to take entry, okay? So pay attention. Before we dive in, I'm Marcel Benson, investor and entrepreneur. Look, if you're meeting me for the first time, I quit my job as a financial consultant a few years ago, and I decided that I was going to go after my passion. So I started a watch company called Benson. In the process of building that watch company, I realized that I needed a lot more income to be able to replace what I was making in corporate. So I started trading, and I essentially failed my way into being a six-figure trader. Was looking to trade in order to replace my income, and I wound up losing even more money. After that third major loss, I decided that I was going to go and stop at nothing to become the best at investing. And I did just that, and I want to share my tricks and tips with you all. But enough about me. Let's get into the video. Okay, let's jump right into it. The three stocks that I'm watching this week are Salesforce, ticker symbol CRM, UPS, and PayPal. Now, first up is CRM. The first thing that I notice on this chart is this beautiful double bottom pattern, right? If you don't know what a double bottom pattern is, check this out right here. The double bottom pattern is a super reversal pattern. It's one of the oldest patterns that form, and it usually forms a W when completed. Now, if you look at the chart here, you see I drew an arrow right where that W can be completed. So the levels that we're sitting at are in confirmation level of that reversal trend going back to the upside to complete that W. CRM is definitely a banger this week. Now let's check out the financials. Now you'll see here in this income statement that not only has CRM increased their revenue since 2020, but they also increased their net income. This is signs of a very healthy company. Now they have earnings coming up in 10 days, and I got a feeling they're going to knock it out the park. So definitely keep them on your radar. All right, so 330.79 is the level that I'm looking at. A break above there, which is the 9 EMA, would be where I'm looking at entries intraday. Okay, so 330.79, just above that EMA close during intraday, I'll start looking for entries. All right, next up we have UPS. Now, UPS has dropped a little bit because they didn't do the greatest in their previous earnings, but they have a huge gap that they have to fill to restabilize, right? So if you look here on the chart, you'll see that I have drawn a green line at the level that I would like to see it break and close above before taking entries, okay? Now let's check out UPS's financials. All right, now as you can see here in the financials, it's a little bit of a different circumstance from CRM, right? So we didn't have increasing net income. There was some increasing revenue, but the net income took a hit. That could be from, just investing a little bit more in things that the company needs. This is a company that, goes through a lot of seasonality. You'll notice that in earlier years, the revenues were a lot higher, but that's because we were all inside and sending mail to each other. So don't take that as such a big climb. You want to look back at 2020 and see how much it's increased from 2020. It looks like it's starting to stabilize a little bit from that big spike that it had during the pandemic. Now, UPS is a really good company, really solid company. I believe that this week they will start to make a move to closing that gap. Now, this level at 118.13 is the level that I'd like to see it close above intraday before thinking about entering this stock. All right, guys, we're almost at the last item on the menu, but can you do me one favor? Can you just hit that subscribe button? If you're liking this content and it's somewhat helpful to you, just go ahead and give me a subscribe. All right, I appreciate you guys. I'm on a mission to get 1,000 subscribers very soon. Once we do that, we'll be able to get this message out to more people, and there'll be more people just like you that'll learn trading and be able to finally leave their jobs, okay? All right, now back to it. Finally, we have PayPal, right? PayPal. I'm loving this chart on PayPal, right? If you look at PayPal, you'll see at the level of 79.82 is where I drew this red line. This is the level in which I need to see it get above and close above in order to take entry. Now, above this yellow line is where the gap will begin closing. I'm not saying that will happen this week. It may take a little bit of time, but that is where it's heading. Now, I've been loving what PayPal has been doing ever since 2023. If you look here in the financials, you'll see that their revenue has been increasing, right? They had not too good of a year in 2022, But in 2023, when they hired their new CEO, we saw that revenue kick up. So I'm really excited about what this new CEO is doing for the company. I think they're going to be a major contender. And I also believe that this gap is going to be closing pretty soon. So those are my levels. Those are my stocks for the lunch menu. I appreciate you guys for tuning in. Let's eat this week. Peace.